This video is brought to you by Loot Crate. Head today to lootcrate.com/reviewtechusa and enter the code RTU to save 10% on any subscription plan. Skip it up and that up. So let's be real here. Ubisoft's PC support for their PC ports of games is ass. Let's think back in history here. Assassin's Creed 2, I believe it was, they tried to do the always online DRM, kind of like what they were going to do with the Xbox One. Other games like Watch Dogs have had shitty ports where not only you couldn't sign into the Uplay server, there was graphical issues where the frame rate would stutter no matter how powerful your machine was, so on and so forth. They haven't been known throughout history to give top-notch PC support, and they've done some pretty crappy PC game policies when it comes to the titles they release for the PC. Well, now they're finally going to try and change that. This is what they had to say. So Ubisoft's EU boss, Alan Corey, I hope I'm saying that name right, was over at Gamescom, and he was talking to MCV, and this is what he had to say about PC gaming. We recognize the importance and needs of PC gamers and want to continue to improve how we create and support games for PC. We listen to feedback from players and continue to adapt accordingly. For instance, we switched to a simple one-time activation for our PC games, a standard practice in the industry. We're also doing our best to bring our games to PC at the same time as the console versions. Corey pointed out that two of Ubisoft's biggest games this fall, Assassin's Creed Unity and Far Cry 4, will be released simultaneously on console and PC, and he said this will continue to be the goal for all our major titles. Alright, this is all well and good. They realize that some of their policies have been bullshit. They realize they've screwed up in the past, but you had to listen to feedback, Ubisoft, to realize that always online DRM was a bad idea. You had to listen to feedback to realize that maybe PC gamers, especially since they're paying the same price for most of your games at launch, granted if you go to places like CD Keyhouse, you could get games like Watch Dogs for $37 at launch, legitimately too. There's nothing shady about CD Keyhouse, but generally they're making you pay the same price. That's a total, I got off topic there. And you make the games come out at a different time than they come out for the console. You realize that having games come out with crappier frame rates on the PC, like Watch Dogs, maybe isn't the best thing to do. Isn't that like Captain Obvious territory, Ubisoft? Like, that's like me saying, you know what, I don't like me going to like a restaurant going, you know what, I'm tired of coming here and only being able to drink horse piss while getting fisted by a chimpanzee, and the restaurant owner going, you know what, that's a great idea. I bet you don't want to be fisted by a chimpanzee while drinking horse piss. We're actually going to offer different things in our menu. Like, facepalm, really? I needed to tell you that may not be a good idea. I don't feel like drinking horse piss. It's just such obvious things, and what's annoying is you're making it like you listen to the feedback. No, you got cornered against the wall because people are getting sick of your shit. What you were trying to do, you were trying to appease the shareholders who were all worried about piracy and all these other things. You were more concerned about the console versions of the game, which, okay, that's business. That part I understand to a degree, and to be honest with you, I rather you wait and have the PC version come out later and have it be stable and bug-free. I could wait a couple extra weeks or hell even a couple extra months for a game, but the things that you're talking about were so obvious, it's just common sense. You're trying to say, hey, we're listening to the gamer. No, you're not. You were listening to the shareholders first, and now because the consumer is getting pissed off and your back's against the wall, now you're listening to the gamer. I'm glad you're finally going to do something, but it's still like, I don't know, I feel like it's a smack in the face. You're making me feel like an idiot when I read these articles. Alright folks, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one. Now excuse me as I go prepare my anus for Bubbles the Chimp. Ah! The preceding video was brought to you by Big Cheese's YouTube channel. For gameplay reviews, gaming music, and vlogs, subscribe to Big Cheese VG. Link below in the description.